So, is PlayStation Classic worth $100? Well, let's dive into it, shall we? Let's do this. Well, first and foremost, they had to design this device. They had to use the plastic to design it. They had to put the motherboard and transistors to get this thing to emulate. They have to build in that software inside. They had to use two USBs and the HDMI and the mini USB in the back. They had to connect these power switches and reset switches and change the virtual disk switches. They also had to include two controllers. These two controllers, granted, they don't have a dual shock motor in them, but still, regardless, it adds to the cost for them to design this. And you get two of them. You get two of these controllers. Now let's talk about the games. We already talked about just the fact that they had to design this console, this mini classic replica of the original. So right there, that adds to the money. Let's talk about the games. For example, Revelations Persona. This is a very rare game. And even on eBay, for you to find this game, you would have to pay somewhere around $60, maybe more, depending on the condition and from whom you're buying it, and on the bidding. Depends on the bidding. So right there, that's $60. And then we got Resident Evil Director Scott. Sure, you can find this one. It's out there. It's on eBay, but it also depends on the bidding. It depends on the condition. It might cost you somewhere between 30 to 60. Same thing with the Rayman. Probably will cost you somewhere between 25 to 30, depending on the condition. Oddworld is another one. Will probably cost you somewhere between 25 to 30. Mr. Driller, if this could be a rare one, so you might have to end up paying like 40 or 50, depending on the condition. Metal Gear, you can find it. They got plenty of them, but also depends on the condition. It might cost you somewhere between 25 to 50. Jumping Flash, probably $25. Intelligent Cube, this is also the rare one to find, so it might cost you somewhere between 40 to 50. Grand Theft Auto, same thing, probably somewhere between 30 to 50, depending on the condition. Final Fantasy VII, I've seen it for somewhere between 40, 60, and even 80, depending on the condition. Destruction Derby probably will cost you somewhere between 30 to 40. Cool Borders, also depending on the condition, you can get it between 25 to 30. Battle Arena Toshin, probably anywhere between 25 to 30. Wild Arms is also a very rare one, probably will cost you somewhere between 40 to 50. Twisted Metal, also it's a highly searched game and demand game. You're probably looking somewhere between 30 to 40, maybe 50. Tekken 3, probably between 35 to 40, in some cases probably 60, depending on the condition. Siphon Filter, you can get it for 20. I'm sure 20 to 25. Ridge Racer Type 4, you're probably looking at, depending on the condition, somewhere between 30 to 40. So all of this adds up, guys. When you look at the console and the fact that they had to design it, put the motherboard, transistors, HDMI, two USBs, two controllers, then implement all of these games, all of that adds up, guys. The price adds up and it justifies the $100. So is it justifiable for $100? I would say yes. Okay. It's not like you are getting like a flash memory card with a bunch of games in them and you just plug it into your PC. You're getting a redesigned replica with the controllers and the user interface with all these games. So I think it's worth $100. I think it justifies the $100. What I'm trying to say here, I think the price here it's justifiable for this console. In my honest opinion, I just broke it down to you guys. And if you do your research, if you look at all these games, and if you look at the cost just to redesign this thing, all of that stuff adds up, guys. I think it's justifiable to $100. The console itself, when it was first released, was $300. So in my opinion, I think it justifies the price point, honestly, in my opinion. But I would like to hear what you guys have to say, what you guys think about that. What are your thoughts about this? Thank you.